Hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on LS eCommerce, your advantage in an online world. My name is Petur Thor Sigurdsson, Product Director for LS Pay and LS eCommerce here at LS Retail. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few items so you know how to participate in today's event. Now, this webinar is being recorded, and we will distribute a link to the recording shortly after the webinar. All participants are muted, and we will have a Q&A session at the end. So as we progress through the webinar, please type in your questions in the question panel found in the attendee console, and I will then read out loud your questions and answer them at the end of our session. With LS eCommerce, we have a lot of material to cover, and that's why we are hosting two webinars on LS eCommerce this week. Today, we are looking at the bigger picture on how LS Central helps you follow the modern customer journey. And then the day after tomorrow, that is on Wednesday, the 22nd, we'll look more deeply into the features of LS eCommerce with a hands-on demo using our Magento frontend. Additionally, we'll show you how to install a live demo environment on your own computer so you can have access to the exact same environment as I will be demonstrating, but with the added benefit of working with your own local data. But today, the topic is LS eCommerce, your advantage in an online world. And perhaps this has never been as valid as exactly today, as merchants struggle to come to grips with this new reality imposed on us by the coronavirus pandemic. Whether it's practicing safe social distancing or simply adhering to the rules of a lockdown, it's safe to say that the COVID-19 pandemic is having a significant impact on every aspect of life, including how we shop for our necessities and also our not-so-necessities. All over the world, we are seeing a massive increase in e-commerce sales, as many of us are now forced to do most of our shopping online. Amazon, for example, they have just finalized the onboarding of 100,000 new employees to keep up with the new level of demand. And another example is that in March, Ocado, a British online grocer, saw its servers so overloaded that they suspected that they were under a denial of service attack by computer hackers. And after Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, announced the national lockdown, the site filled 3 weeks worth of delivery slots in only an hour. These are indeed unprecedented times, with governments trying to synchronize with the health authorities when and how to lift the current restrictions and restore trade the trade part of our society as we know it. And then even with the lifting of our current restrictions, we still have then to see when consumers will resume their prior shopping habits, with many analysts now predicting that this disruption will increasingly push people in the direction of online shopping. In all cases, it is clear that many physical retail stores are going through challenging times at the moment. And we at LS Retail would like to reach out a helping hand by showing you how to easily extend your business by adding in support for e-commerce. At LS Retail, our e-commerce offering is wrapped up in a software enhancer we call LS eCommerce. And LS eCommerce is a key part of our unified commerce paradigm, where the consumer is in the center and the complete experience is driven from a single core system, LS Central. Now, throughout the years, we've seen a number of independent third-party e-commerce integrations into LS Central, or LSNEV, as it was known at the time. But they've all been what we might call standalone. That is, all items and prices are simply shoveled over to the e-commerce platform. All discounts and offers need to be set up on the e-commerce platform itself. The basket calculation is effectively in isolation. And then, when there are sales, they are exported over to LS Central using batch jobs, sometimes at a later date. As a child of its era, this was a perfectly valid way to support e-commerce and is what we would now call a multi-channel approach with the channels being disjoint silos. But with the onset of unified commerce, we've now had to step up our game and are now offering e-commerce as an off-the-shelf product, helping retailers follow the modern customer journey, merging online and in-store in a truly unified commerce way. So let's dive in and see how we construct our e-commerce offering. Now, as with everything unified commerce, it all starts with the central hub of things, LS Central. Now, LS Central is our end-to-end retail solution. So this is where you set up the web store. This is where you configure the web store, where you set up item distribution, price and discount schemes, loyalty, etc., etc. Everything similar to setting up one of your physical stores, except that this store is online. The key element here is that all the data is created and maintained in LS Central, and from there flows to all of our channels. Ensuring consistency, as all data is now available on all channels, and there is no chance of a discrepancy between the online experience and the brick-and-mortar one. A key element in supporting the modern customer journey. Now, in order to support e-commerce, we have added a number of new components, features, and workflows to LS Central. The first thing to mention is the new customer orders module, a key element in supporting our e-commerce features and just order management in general, whether that is supporting traditional home delivery, supporting click and collect, or sourcing items from different locations. Another element to mention is our single transaction repository, where all orders from all channels are now accumulated centrally with the accompanying payment tokens. This allowing for accurate customer history and also facilitating frictionless returns between the channels. We now support multiple brands where the same instance of LS Central can now drive multiple web stores, and we continue to optimize our posting and basket calculation services, ensuring optimal uptime and throughput for a busy e-commerce store. But the main thing here is unified commerce, ensuring there are no discrepancies and making sure that our retail features are also available online, meaning all loyalty elements, gift cards, detailed information about the items, our prices and discounts, meaningful recommendations, and so forth. So now, when everything is set up and ready on the LS Central side, we need to make all of this available to the e-commerce platforms. And for that, we have the Omni server, providing access to our e-commerce API, the single point of entry for everything e-commerce. Now, through this API, we allow e-commerce platforms the ability to replicate and synchronize data to their local databases. We allow them to calculate the basket using the transaction calculation engine in LS Central, so there are no discrepancies in prices and discount between brick and mortar and the online realm. We allow them to post transactions in real time. We allow them to do real-time inventory lookups, both for the e-commerce side and also to see physical inventory in all local stores. We allow them to get real-time product recommendations and so much more. And what we are effectively creating here is a single API for all customer-facing applications, whether those are e-commerce platforms or various kinds of third-party user-facing apps. This is what we would describe as our backend. But as we know, a great e-commerce site is all about the user experience, and there the e-commerce platform plays a huge role. Now, by default, we offer our LS e-commerce solution on the Magento platform. Magento as an e-commerce platform effectively needs no introduction, as this is one of the world's best known e-commerce solutions and heavily requested by our partners and customers. Magento is trusted by over 260,000 merchants today, and this is a platform that's known for its endless possibilities when it comes to customizations and its abilities to evolve with you as your business changes and matures. Now, Magento comes in two versions, open source and the commerce version. The open source version is, as the name implies, open source, and there is no licensing cost associated with it. This is the version Magento aims for the smaller businesses, and then as your business grows, we have the commerce version suited for the mid-market and up to the enterprise level. The commerce version bears licensing cost to Magento, but then again has multiple benefits over the open source one in terms of available features and infrastructure. This is the version classification that Magento posts, but rest assured that there are many mid-sized businesses running their Magento web shops on the open source version. Hosting-wise, there are many options, as both versions of Magento can be run either on-prem or cloud-hosted, whether that's Azure, Amazon Web Services, or your own private cloud. So there is a common misunderstanding that you cannot run the commerce version on-prem, but you truly can. And Magento then has a very direct offering for their cloud-hosted services, which they call the Commerce Cloud, which is their dedicated SaaS-based solution. Now, Magento was recently acquired by Adobe, and we are now starting to see the benefits of this acquisition, since the objective was to combine two major strengths, the commerce capabilities of Magento and the content creation of Adobe. And it will be very interesting to see the enormous capabilities of this joint offering going forward. Let's connect all of this to LS Retail. So what we have done is to create our own LS Retail extension into Magento. So what is an extension, you might ask? Well, an extension is an extra module that you can add to the default solution to extend its feature set, basically to add something new. Now, in Magento, there is an enormous ecosystem of system integrators and technology partners that have created loads of these extensions for almost every feature imaginable. So when you install Magento, you can go to the marketplace and pick and choose those extensions you need for your store. So as an example, as a retailer, I of course need to ship my items. So on the marketplace, I browse to the shipping extensions and I install the extension for DHL, as DHL is the leading courier in my area. Just as a DHL shipping extension teaches Magento to deal with DHL-based shipping, the LS Retail extension teaches Magento to deal with LS Retail. Mapping our data into the data structures in Magento, teaching Magento to deal with our prices, discounts, attributes, variant, gift cards, loyalty points, personalized loyalty offers, basically adding support for all the elements we find in the LS Central solution. And just to clear up the fine print, our extension is valid for version 2 of Magento, or more specifically version 2.3.2 and onwards. Our extension is fully certified by Magento and supports both the open source version and just recently the commerce version as well. There is one more thing that I would like to share with you. Magento has a reputation for being one of the best e-commerce platforms around when it comes to the ability to customize things. So if you need to create a new business flow or to extend an existing one, then we've really got you covered, since we now enable our partners to customize every component you see on this slide. So this means that our partners can modify LS Central through events and extensions, and then we fully release the source code of the Omni server and our Magento extension, meaning that if you need a customization or would like to extend our e-commerce features, then our partners have the tools to do just about anything. And speaking about e-commerce features and sites, here we can see two sites built on the Magento platform. The one on your left is our cloud-hosted public LS Retail demo site that you can visit to try out a front-end demo of our solution. And then on your right, we have Utiliv.is, Iceland's largest sporting goods store, and our very first Magento site to go live. Here we have the same solution deploying 2 different themes for the look and feel. But it's not all about Magento, as we have also teamed up with 3 tried and trusted e-commerce platforms: Dynamicweb, Avensia Storefront, and Shopify. On the Microsoft technology stack, we have Avensia with their storefront solution based on API Server, and Dynamicweb, which have their own local solution. Both very prominent companies with a long history and a large footprint when it comes to integrating with the Dynamics platform. And then recently, and responding to a great demand from our partner channel, we have teamed up with VL Omni, a Canadian company specializing in software integrations, to create an integration to Shopify. Now, this will add support for Shopify Plus, their enterprise platform, in potentially all regions where Shopify is supported. So let's look at a few live sites. With Dynamicweb, I would like to draw your attention to their deployment of the Lego Store website in Iceland. A crisp, excellent site that makes use of Dynamicweb's unique offering. Indeed, there are few solutions out there that bundle e-commerce, marketing, CMS, and a PIM system as neatly in a complete package. And that really gives Dynamicweb a competitive edge. With Avensia Storefront, there are 2 sites that I would like to highlight. Kicks.se, one of Sweden's leading cosmetic chains, and Rapunzel of Sweden, a company dealing in hair extensions and operating a multi-country, multi-language website. So please visit their sites to see how Avensia Storefront ties together LS Central and API Server's digital experience commerce cloud, creating a consistent real-time customer experience. And as I said earlier, we recently teamed up with VL Omni to create an integration to Shopify Plus. I'm very happy to share with you that VL Omni are working on their first deployment, and I very much look forward to introducing our first customer on the Shopify integration in a short while. So when it comes to our e-commerce options, it really doesn't stop there, because at LS Retail, we employ an open architecture, allowing all third-party e-commerce providers to integrate with LS Retail, effectively getting access to all the exact same features as our official e-commerce platforms. So even though we have these excellent e-commerce platforms readily available, we realize that our customers have specific needs, specific requests, and therefore we open up our doors so everyone can integrate with LS Retail. Many have already done so or are currently contemplating a project. But let's then take a look at our licensing and our efforts to support our customers. Please note that LS Retail licenses only the use of our e-commerce API. This means that we do not charge any fees for any of our supported e-commerce platforms, even for our own Magento extension. But our e-commerce partners, of course, license their IP, so additional licensing might occur based on the selected e-commerce platform. Just so we get that out of the way. So a while back, we adjusted our e-commerce pricing from a single tier model towards a new model scaling more favorably to smaller businesses. And in these challenging times, we would like to support our customers even further by creating a promotion to help current customers keep up with this new online demand. So in short, all LS Central and LS NEV customers with an active enhancement plan who place a new order for LS e-commerce will receive a 50% discount on the e-commerce modules, as well as on the initial enhancement plan. This promotion will be in effect until June 30th and applies equally as well to our subscription customers, whom are also entitled to an extra 50% discount on LS e-commerce for 1 year from the time of purchase. And if we put this in context, then the license fee for a small business with 5 POS comes out with this promotion at around $2,070 for a perpetual license. Then again, the cost for a chain of stores with roughly 50 POS comes out at around $2,900, again for a perpetual license. But the support doesn't stop there. Starting immediately, we will be creating a series of support material intended to help our partners and our customers adapt to this new demand for e-commerce. So what we will see is the onset of new LS e-commerce courses in our LS Academy, educating our partners on the product. We will see customer journey documentation and videos for the main flows in our system, essentially documenting our processes from the setup in LS Central and then how everything works on the e-commerce platforms. We will overall increase our documentation and create multiple how-to videos where applicable. Examples might be how to establish a local test environment, how to locally install our Magento extension, how to set up the item replication, how payment tokens operate in the purchase process, how to do real-time inventory lookups, etc., etc. We will then create flowcharts for the more complex interactions between LS Central and the e-commerce platforms to ensure optimal understanding. And last but not least, and like I said, we are starting immediately. So please allow me to announce the launching of our new LS e-commerce site on our LS Retail portal. So what we've done here is that we have completely revamped all of its content and will be frequently adding to it as the material becomes available. So please pay it a visit and check it out. Also, please realize that this portal is accessible by our partners. So for the customers listening and attending this webinar, please approach your partner in order to get access to the material. So with all of this in place, how do you get started? Well, first of all, please visit our new LS e-commerce site on our portal and familiarize yourselves with the content there. Then secondly, please reach out, either simply for further information or just to ensure proper support during the process. We will gladly provide first-hand support from our developers or make the introductions to the proper contacts at our e-commerce partners. And also, I strongly encourage you to join in for our other e-commerce webinar this week. As I said earlier, the day after tomorrow, or Wednesday, the 22nd, we will have another webinar where we look more deeply into the features of LS e-commerce with a hands-on demo using our Magento frontend. Additionally, we'll show you how to install a live demo environment on your own computer so you can have access to the exact same environment as we will be demonstrating, but with the added benefit of working with your own local data. Joining this webinar would indeed be an excellent step in getting started with LS e-commerce. Thank you so much for attending today's webinar. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact me via email. So on behalf of LS Retail, thank you very much for joining me today and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.